This video is sponsored by Mooer. Hi there, Perfecto de Castro here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, so I just received these new SBS guitars to feature in a video. This is the metallic gold color, and we also have a my color right here, metallic purple. And as with all of my videos, I write a jam track inspired by the instruments that I feature. So I figured it would be fun to give you guys a sneak peek into my writing process. And in this video, I will be relying solely on the new Hornet 15i intelligent amplifier from Mooer. Let's go. The Hornet 15i is the latest in the line of intelligent amps from Mooer. I've already featured a couple of examples in the past, the Mooer SD30i, which is a battery-powered portable amplifier with knobs, and this tiny powerhouse, the Mooer Hornet 05i. The Hornet 15i lies somewhere in between those two extremes. It shares the same minimalist form factor as the Hornet 05i. However, it is not battery powered like the SD30i. So the primary use for this would be a plug-and-play practice solution in your household. And it can be portable enough. As you can see, it is very, very light, provided that the place that you're going to will have plug-in power for the included power supply. So this super knob turns on the Hornet 15i, and pressing on the button steps through the 4 available presets. Pretty much the same as the Hornet 05i. However, with this bigger form factor and the higher wattage, 15 watts, you get a much fuller sound. The top panel has the power supply input, the USB-C port for OTG and audio interface functions, an 1/8-inch headphone jack, and of course, the 1/4-inch guitar input. However, differences aside, all the Mooer intelligent amps share the same app, the same tones, and the same functionalities. So if you want to deep dive into all the features, I will link to those previous videos at the end screen of this one. Again, big thanks to Mooer for sponsoring this video and for sending me my very own Hornet 15i to show off to all you guys. If at any point in this video I have convinced you to get your very own Hornet 15i, I will put an affiliate link in the video description. And while you're down there and you want to give extra support to me and my work on this channel, my new PDC shirts are now available on my YouTube shops. So just click on the tag product link and follow the directions. When you get your shirt, send me a photo so I can feature you in my future videos. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to set things up and we'll dive right into the songwriting session. Okay, I have everything set up. For the first part of this video, you will be hearing the Hornet 15i as it is here in my living room, captured by my Zoom recorder. Now to start things off, let me show you the 4 presets that I usually work with. So preset 1 is a crunchy rock tone. I should mention that I am not cranking the Hornet 15i right now because it is right beside me and it does actually get loud. Here, check it out. Okay, so I probably clipped the levels of my audio recording, but whatever. That will show you, that this little amp can get pretty loud. Okay, that is preset 1. Preset 2 is a clean ambient patch with a little bit of delay and reverb. Preset 3 is a dry, clean sound. Well, a little bit of reverb, but pretty much a clean, somewhat of a pedal platform preset. That way, if I want to play with pedals, I just call this preset up and I'll set my little pedal board and I can, tweak away. And finally, my 4th preset is my lead sound with delay and reverb. Now, to open up the functionality of the Hornet 15i and the rest of the Mooer intelligent amps, it is advisable to pair it with the GWF4 foot switch. I've already paired this foot switch to my Hornet 15i via the app, so every time I turn it on, it automatically connects. So you can see this is my preset 1, then preset 2, it changes, preset 3, it changes again, and preset 4. And if I have a delay in the preset, I can set the tap tempo by tapping on the preset button. And with the foot switch, you can also step through the other presets. So I am in bank 0. If I press these two buttons right here, I'm in bank 1. Now it's 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. And if I want to go down back to 0, press these two, and then 0A, B, C, D. And then we have 10 banks in total. So this is bank 9A, 9B, 9C, 9D. Now, aside from the tones, what makes the Hornet 15i a good songwriting tool is the onboard drum machine and looper, which you can access by pressing the two middle foot switches. The numeric display shows L and D. That does not stand for lead, but rather looper and drum machine. And from here, this is your tap tempo. This is the drum machine on and off. Okay. And I have it set up in the app so that the looper and the drum machine are synced together. So if I press record, it gives you a count off before you start recording your loop in sync with the drum machine. And this button is stop and also to delete the previous take. Okay, I'm putting this on the floor and I'm gonna start figuring out my parts. Now, this SBS demo is slightly different from your typical demos where I feature only one product. I'm actually featuring two guitars. Okay. This is the SBS Custom Series, and this is the SBS Showroom Series. Now, since these two instruments will be featured in the same video, I need to showcase them both in the jam track. So I have to keep that in mind while I am writing this. Okay, so I have this riff that's been kicking around in my head for quite a while now. And as I was playing it on these guitars, it just seemed to fit. So we'll start with that. The chord changes under that riff is simple, typical rock progression. A, G, and then repeat. So I think that will work nicely as section A. Let's find a suitable drum beat. Okay, to scroll through the different drum presets, I hold down these two buttons right here, and when both lights flash, they turn into up and down buttons. Now, this flashing light indicates the tempo that we're working with. Okay, I think that works for our riff. Let me try it out. Okay, so that works. So we have our A section. I need a B section. Since demo tracks are usually short, maybe a minute or two at best, I am going to go straight into a B section, which will serve as a sort of a solo section so that we can feature both guitars. Now, instead of designating one guitar as the rhythm guitar and the other guitar as a lead guitar, I am going to give each instrument a chance to shine. So the solo section will have two parts, one dedicated to the gold SBS and another dedicated to the purple SBS. Let's figure it out. So I've been using AGD, Maybe we'll go to different chord progression to simulate a modulation section or a chord change or a section change. So I'm going to go into the minor key, but not the relative minor. Not yet, anyway. So. Okay, so I'm going to use B minor and E minor. I'm just going to keep that part simple so that the solo section really gets highlighted. So B minor to E minor, 2 measures each, and maybe repeat it twice. So we have 8 total measures for one part of the solo. Now I want to go to the relative minor, which is F sharp minor. E minor to F sharp. Okay, I think I will add a step through. E minor to F sharp. That kind of works. Now that I'm an F sharp, the typical move is to go to B minor, F sharp minor to B minor, which is, but I already used B minor, so I want it to sound fresh. A little bit of theory, nerd speak for those of you who are looking to apply your music theory knowledge. The A section is AGD, which is a Mixolydian chord progression. 1, flat 7, and then 4. Exactly in line with the Mixolydian scale. C sharp, E, F sharp, G, A. B minor and E minor still falls within the Mixolydian scale. C sharp, E, F sharp, G. Okay, B minor is B, F sharp, D. E minor is E, G. So still falls within A Mixolydian. If we were to treat B minor as the tonic, that would be B Aeolian. And now that we're on F sharp mode, in Mixolydian would be Phrygian. Okay, so instead of going F sharp to B minor, I'm going to go F sharp to G. So that will give us the F sharp Phrygian sound. Okay, now if the past couple of minutes brought up some confusion as to all these nerd speak, I do have a whole playlist on music theory for guitarists here on my channel. Yeah, you can brush up on your theory there. I'll keep the same lengths, right? 2 measures per chord. And maybe now what we need to do is to tie it back to the A section. So from G. It's not terribly exciting and it doesn't really mark a return to the A section. G. Let's go to D. So it's kind of like a return to the A section. And let's do a hit. Okay, that's a typical rock and roll move. So that will be... Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Right now I've been just spitballing and I really don't know how everything will fit. So this is where the looper synced with the drum machine feature of the Hornet 15i works, because I can use the looper as a scratch pad to record a quick demo for this tune. So let's see if I can put it together and if I can remember everything. Okay, I think that sounded pretty good. I have the main framework of the tune. Now there's one thing that I wish all the Mooer intelligent amps have, and it is a nice octave effect. That way I can, with this setup, I can sort of fake a bass part. The included pitch shifter in the Mooer iAmp app is not stable. It gets kind of wobbly in the lower octaves, and it's not exactly in tune, so I'd rather not use it. But for the purpose of this video, I have my trusty Valiant mini bass right here, so I can actually overdub an actual bass part into my loop. I'm not terribly concerned about the tone because, again, this is just a demo or a quick scratch pad of the song. I will be taking this song and putting it into my DAW to build it up properly later on. So this is just a quick and dirty songwriting session. So let's see. Let's put a little bit of bass. Okay, so that is good enough. At least now we can hear a more somewhat complete version of the song, even though this is not going to be the final form. So let's figure out a second part for the second guitar. I'm going to switch to my lead patch. I can do that two ways. I can either go out of looper drum mode and click the appropriate preset button, or I can keep the foot switch on the floor and just scroll through my preset since it is already handy. Okay, so let's play back the track and let the ideas flow. Okay, songwriting session, it's not supposed to be perfect, but the solo sections feel nice to play over. So I can stay in pretty much in B minor or B pentatonic or B Aeolian for the first section. Okay, and then I need to brush up on my Phrygian licks for the second section. So now I have a nice loop to practice over. And in the course of preparing for the SBS video, that's when I will decide which guitar gets which solo section. So when you actually sit down and practice and mess around with stuff, you stumble onto happy mistakes or unintentional ideas that you can now chase. So like that, I played the riff wrong, but it sounded like harmony, so now I'm going to chase harmony. And then okay, let's see. Okay, that needs practice to get under my fingers. But however, I think I have the demo track done. Now I could call this songwriting session good and move on to my DAW to actually put together the final track. But I want to show you one more thing, okay? So, new setup. Okay, so I'm going to try something potentially embarrassing, but also I think would be a lot of fun. So I have the USB-C OTG output of the Mooer Hornet 15i connected to my Android phone right here, as you can see over there. Let me show you the setup with my phone. Okay, so there it is, USB-C OTG out of the Hornet 15i, and I have a very long USB-C data cable And that is connected to my phone right here. So now the audio of the Hornet 15i is being recorded straight to my Android phone right here. And what I am going to attempt to do is to record all the parts as a live loop performance. Yeah. Since this video is going to be edited, you will see the whole final performance. But I promise you, I will tell you how many takes it took me at the end of it. Okay, and then I also have a plan for the vertical video that will be recorded during this live loop performance, and that will show up on my Instagram and Facebook Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Okay, here we go. So, start with the guitar. Okay. Okay, not off to a promising start. I have to erase the previous loop. So hold the stop button for a little bit and okay, now we are clear. Okay, here we go. Okay. I messed it up at the end, but you know, it is still raw and I still need to practice it. And you will hear the final version of this track once the SBS video comes out. Okay, there you have it. That is songwriting with an intelligent amp, the Mooer Hornet 15i. Again, big thanks to Mooer for sponsoring this video and for being such a great friend and supporter of my channel. I will have all the relevant affiliate links in the video description, so please check it out, use those links to go shopping, and help me keep making these videos for everybody to enjoy. You've made it this far, so you know what to do. Please give this video a thumbs up, like, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't forget to ring that bell. And let me know what you think of the Hornet 15i in the comment section. There's the end card for my Mooer Hornet 05i video if you want to deep dive into all the specs and features of the Mooer Intelligent Amp series. In the meantime, I'm going to play some more because you all know the drill. Practice makes